crazy, man.
Huh? What you talking about? So on the camera, bro.
Crazy.
Oh, I can hear him now. We're live now.
Mic check.
All right.
So, as I said the first time, welcome to the incredible, super great podcast featuring myself, and I'm gonna give you all my introductions. Super bad producer, engineer, podcaster, YouTuber. What else I do, kid? I'm an investor. Tell me some more about myself, kid, so I can talk about myself.
A family man.
I got kids. I got a wife.
Uh-huh.
What else?
I don't know your life.
I don't know. But thank y'all for checking out the incredible super great podcast featuring me and this fabulous young lady here, otherwise known as Akia the Great, producer extraordinaire.
Your favorite person's favorite person.
I gave you all them compliments in the last audio. I can't concentrate with me.
Yeah, I'm about to say I can't concentrate with that thing going on either.
I'm hearing myself somewhere. I gave you a bunch of compliments and a bunch of stuff. They should have heard it on the first time, so we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, we did next time. Let's already start.
And we got peoples
Still going?
to play with. Yeah, we got peoples to play with, y'all. We got K. Oh shit, I fucked up. I ain't supposed to introduce nobody. We don't introduce nobody on this show. We let them introduce themselves. Tell the world who you are.
Yeah, I'm K.
Hold up.
Hey, man.
My bad, G. Kia's supposed to be on her job.
No, I'm trying to make that thing
I'll
be quiet.
figure that out. You do that.
Yo, why is it saying? Why is it still saying stuff?
Just play a beat for this man to intro himself so he can do it like a superhero with a theme song.
Hey.
All right, K, who you, man?
Hey. No, it's K, man. You know, K commas. You know, Keith Dion. You know, that's what the people know me. You know, Boog Anonymous. You know, Kibo. You know, Kibo all the time.
All right.
Kibo all the time.
So, tell me what we here on the Incredible Super Great Podcast. Not only is our thing about highlighting producers, and so producers, go ahead and send over those beats. The email address is isgpbeats@gmail.com. But we also like to feature fun and interesting people on our show. So tell me about
funny, interesting.
Yeah, fun and interesting people from the Carolinas, or either just via the Carolinas. So tell me about you, man. What makes you fun and interesting? Why is you up on this show, man?
You know, there's a lot going on. You know, just being around, you know, Raleigh, this North Carolina, this the East Coast. You know, the people I met, you know, through basketball, through music.
Oh, you a hooper?
Art. Yeah, jack of all trades. It seems like.
Okay, so you be on the courts.
Yeah, you know, I'm 28, man. So I was doing that when I was like 25. I stopped at 25 for real. Like playing overseas and stuff like that. 25, 26.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you play overseas?
I was in Italy. You know, I was in Italy playing, and then I was playing in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Italy
Peru.
and Peru. So
Yeah.
that's dope. Did you learn the language?
Yeah, I definitely did. You know, with the help of Google Translate and Duolingo. You know, Duolingo.
So you must have been there recently. Like this was what year was
I
it?
say like 2017.
Okay.
That was,
Okay. Yeah. Word. Well, welcome back to the U.S. and North Carolina.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This man came bearing gifts today, y'all, and they ain't no cheap little janky ass gifts that you get when niggas just be trying to get you off their back. I keep finding dope. Every time I turn this thing, I keep finding some dope shit, man. This is like,
You checked it back?
I know I ain't even got there yet. Like this is Boog Anonymous, right? So this is like your brand.
Yeah. So, you know, this is Kibo. That's his name. It's Boog. B-O-O-G. Boog.
Boog.
Yeah.
So Kibo is
That's
the
his name.
character
His name is Kibo.
for Boog Anonymous.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into this more,
Yeah,
man.
we're gonna get into that one later.
But in the meantime, you probably ain't watched the show. like most of the people we trick to be on here, but we set you up to play some games, man.
Okay. Okay.
We taught you our guests. We try to see how quick-witted you are, just for the fun of the fans, and to make your Monday look good. Just do
good,
something extra
Monday.
on your Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kia, what you got?
We got the 5-second rule. You still can't turn that down? Is this
Man. There you
There you
go.
go. Thank you.
Boom.
Called a 5-second rule.
Thought you wasn't easily distracted.
Okay. 5-second rule.
That was my job, Kia, to be easily distracted.
Well, I can't hear when it's myself talking. It's too much. Too much greatness at one time.
Dre, where that button at, man?
Nope. Don't hate. You
Go
got
for it,
you got 5 seconds to name 3 things from this card. And as soon as this goes out, that's a long 5
That's a
seconds.
long ass 5 seconds, Kia. You
Yeah,
sure
it
that's
is.
5 seconds? Nah, it's 5
That's
seconds.
5 seconds. It just seemed really short back in the day.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess when you're in the hot seat, it seemed extra short.
Okay. So, for example, this is gonna be your
That's
practice
what she
one.
said, by the
Okay.
way.
Name 3 things that could get stuck up your nose.
A booger. Dre.
Okay.
Okay.
Wah,
Okay.
wah,
I'm gonna get it. I get it. Okay. Let's go.
All right, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
All right, let's go.
Oh, you got another one for him? Are you ready for another one, or you want to jump into something else?
All right. Yeah, let's do one more.
Kia gonna get you again. All right, she gonna give you a chance
So
to
you
redeem
redeem
yourself.
Oh, yeah, because I already had it. I just couldn't say it.
All right, it just
All
got
right.
stuck in your mind.
Yeah.
I heard you. All right.
Instead of his nose. Name 3 things you shouldn't buy from a street vendor.
Drugs, shoes, and clothes. That's B.
Nice. All right.
So he redeemed himself on that one. Word.
I mean, what else what's 3 things you wouldn't buy from a street vendor?
Pussy. I wouldn't buy jewelry, and I wouldn't buy food. Well, I can't say food.
Food trucks.
Them trucks be banging.
Shout out to the food trucks.
Yeah, man.
for
I
sure.
miss the food truck radios that used to be here, man. Them things used to be popping.
Yeah. But if I'm in another country, sometimes that might be a little iffy. I can't think of a third thing. Definitely not jewelry. You know, number one. I don't have a third thing. I don't know. Give me some time to mull on that.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess clothes would be another one. I wouldn't do clothes.
Well, because if you say like a street vendor,
But then again,
you do that. People do that at flea markets.
yeah, you're right.
But-
Yeah, I would.
Same
But
thing.
it's like a time and a place. You feel me? It's like, and then it's the quality of your stuff. If you got
Right.
some real,
Right.
If you really, you know what I'm saying, present yourself to it. You know, that's
I
one
ain't
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
lie. No, let me take that back because I done bought some fake Gucci.
Oh, I hear that.
I done bought
some
some
Guccio.
goosey. You know the ones with it be the C's instead of the G's, but it ain't the Chanel C's. It's
It's
like, is that an N in there? Yeah. Okay, so since you wouldn't trust a street vendor with no clothes, how does
Nah,
an
see-
individual go
see-
about acquiring some Boog Anonymous?
All right, so let me get this straight. I'm not saying, you know, a street vendor, like in the sense of, you know, somebody who's sketchy. You know, what I'm thinking, the question at hand, I'm
Yeah.
saying is like somebody who's like sketching. You know, like I'm not gonna get nothing from him. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But the 3 things that you asked me, you know what I'm saying? Those are the 3 things I wouldn't get from him
Yeah.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? So you know. Nah, cause I respect that hustle for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the game. You know.
Well, until here recently.
Yeah,
you know,
until
your,
COVID.
your other and you COVID. You can't just like touch nothing.
Yeah,
just
from anybody.
you have to quarantine and close for like 2 weeks before you can even wear them and shit. It's
Have to
not
be in
even-
like disinfected Lysol,
Yeah.
shrink wrap plastic bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Fuck COVID. Hashtag and shit. I don't know, man. My man said he wouldn't buy drugs from a street vendor. He must get some high end drugs.
Yeah. Where you get your
mean, you know, it's changed now, kid. You got dispensaries, and you can go over to the little CBD shop.
Don't sell meth.
You got a whole nother issue if you smoking meth right now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go into a vending machine and be like, I want to get some crack cocaine today. You can't do that.
Not in America, anyway.
Well, okay.
You could do that back in the 80s. Shit, just about. Damn. Want some crack.
I would like to get some crack today. Let's see.
I watched that on. Have you watched that on Netflix? Crack.
No.
You gotta go watch that. Is
there ninjas in it?
There's no ninjas in it.
Is there zombies
but
in it?
it's some motherfuckers that think they was ninjas.
With the zombies in it?
No zombies, kill. No zombies. Well, then again, depending on what you
Do they
what you
break
consider
out into
crackhead.
musicals?
No.
Is there a scene where they're in the recording studio?
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
I'm not interested.
No. I will say this. It's Black History Month. We need to know what black people had to go through in order to get to our greatness that we are today. And the crack epidemic affected the black community so dramatically that you cannot exclude it from historical records.
But you know who made it worse?
Who made it worse?
Yeah, who made it? The black crack baby community.
Speak.
White people, because they were afraid at the moment.
Yeah.
I heard there's this.
It speaks on that, isn't it?
Yeah, on this podcast called "You Were Wrong About." They talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Crack baby incident. It's a very good podcast. I would check it out if after this one.
Yeah. After this one, folks, stay here till the end. Let me see.
It'd be dope if we could get them on because they be spitting facts.
Boog, you ever? So do they call you Boog, or that's just the brain?
So how that
I noticed you said it a second ago.
Yeah, that's how it came about. You know, it was this. You know, in school I used to hoop. You know, and they used to call me Boog.
Okay.
K-Boog, hey Boogie. You know.
K-Boogie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, it was that's where that came from. I went to ECU. You know.
Oh word!
My camera
Shout out
guy right
Pirates.
there. Yeah.
I forgot the little symbol.
No, my camera guy with me. Yeah, he went to school with me. You know, that was one of my biggest supporters right there for sure.
Word.
Bro, like,
Word.
for sure, bro. Like,
Fellow pirate in the house.
What did you get your degree in?
and so I went to school. I went there. So all right, let me get
You did a 5-year program, didn't you?
So I went to 3 different schools. So I went to Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh, you know, outside of Pittsburgh, Mill Township, and then I transferred, then went to East Carolina. And so I was doing graphic design at Robert Morris.
Okay.
You know, but when I was transferred over to ECU, all my credits didn't go in.
Oh.
You know, so I had to check. So it was like
credit
this.
game.
I could have been on the 5-year plan if
Yeah.
I would have said, you know, I'm gonna stick, you know, with graphic design. But I was like, I need to get up out of here, you know. So communications, what I did, and so what ended up happening, I graduated from ECU and had the year left to play. So I
Okay.
went to Winston-Salem State.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay. Smooth. So he went from
A private D1
party school
party school into an HBCU. Yes,
to
I did.
HBCU,
Yeah.
which is a whole different type of party.
A whole different world, culture shock. Yes. All of that.
Speak on that. All right. Tell us about that experience.
I say
Where your beat at, kid? Come on with the beat. This man talking about some dope shit right now. You gotta have
so.
a
Like
beat.
I say a lot of it. You know, I went to the first school, Robert Morris University, is a private school.
Okay.
So it's like there's a Division I school, but it's a private school. So it was more of the sponsors and the people who gave the money to the school.
Okay.
So it was that we were more. I could say because we were one of the larger program. Like for basketball, we were like a high program that was more important to the school. You know, they took care of us. You know what I'm saying? It was just a different thing from, you know, I went to a state school at ECU.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we were a bigger school, but we had more money because of the state, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, it was just how they took care of me at Robert Morris and how they took care of me at ECU and how they took care of me at Winston, you know?
So it was different experience at Winston.
Yeah,
What was the big difference with Winston?
You know, I could say this. You know, Stephen A. Jackson. You know, Stephen A. went there. You know, you see that Magic Johnson. He's helping get the money for these black schools. You know, that's what it all boils down to. You know, it was a lot of money in these other schools. You know, that they're not HBCUs.
Right.
And and that's more of the focus. You know.
Right.
And it has a lot to do with the players too that go there for these schools as well. You know, and that's something that that happens all the time. You know, we see the change now. We have a lot of good kids that are coming in.
Okay, so you had just an extra year just to hoop, so you decided to go to a whole new school. Now I've been on the field, like I did football sportscast, so I did a whole bunch of ECU and all the Carolina and everything. But the first time I went to the HBCU championship, I think it was Winston-Salem State against Virginia State. Is that it?
Oh, yeah, you got VSU and Virginia Union.
It was Virginia State.
Okay.
I've hung out on campus at HBCU, but I ain't never been to an event. Like, this was an event. I was so proud to be black.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's a whole, like, if y'all ain't been to a HBCU sporting event, I know right now it's kind of crazy, but you gotta do that experience. I mean, it made me proud. Like, my uncle was a band director and at HBCU, and he would always make sure that every kid growing up in my family, he would make sure they got their first instrument, and it was coming up if they wanted to play an instrument. And I just didn't understand, like, his passion for it. Like, he was in it deep. Like, he was the band director, marching band director. So for once I experienced that, I understood. I never experienced it up until I'm like, yo, grown man, I'm 25, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe even later than that. And I had never experienced that. So it was like, yo, I see why he was so passionate about it now. Like, it's a culture, like, it's progressive for the culture.
Yeah, and this is the craziest thing about it, with this to touch on what you said, like, probably being black, you never experienced anything like that, and it's such in a positive manner too. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's like the most legal and positive thing, being in school and having people from all over interact with one another. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's something that people strive to have friends like that, especially, and I know kids that go to school like predominantly white, it's different. It's a whole different thing.
So did you stay on campus?
Yeah, I did. My last year, yeah, I had my own. I had like a suite. I had my own room.
So you was balling at that point.
Had demands.
If you had your own suite, you was okay. But so one thing that I've had somebody tell me about their experience was HBCU is like, America looks at Black America as one. But when you get into the HBCU, you see the whole vast differences in our culture. And like, you got people from other black people from other countries. Did you experience that too, or how was your experience?
Yeah,
with
like,
and
so
that,
let me tell you on this. So I can say, when I went to Robert Morris University, that school was more of an international school. So we had people from Canada, from all the way to New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? So I seen black British people, and it was just like,
right.
You're like, oh, I'm 17, 18 years old, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand that. And then how they speak, is just different. Yeah. And then especially being around it, and and like you already know this being black, and you have African friends anyway in high school. Right. So it was just that same thing. It was just understanding that people are from different people that look like you. I was in Peru, and I thought I seen a guy that I knew from Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was a Cuban. Okay. Straight Cuban, speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, oh, my bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Kia.
Yeah.
We don't let this man get along too long without messing with him a little bit. You got something else for him?
Sure.
Hey, shout out to J-Mail in the building. Thank you for coming and playing with us, J-Mail. Send your beats, dude, because, hey, J-Mail done made some money messing with me, dog. Come on back. Get us some more good stuff, dude. Who else is up here? I don't know. I don't see nobody else. I guess we playing solo because they all jumped off after they couldn't hear us at first.
Yeah.
But it'll be replayed. This will be back on YouTube, and we're working on IGTV right now. So stay tuned if you're a grammar.
And you was saying about where I could find it, man.
Yeah. Speak on that.
Yeah. So this. Let me speak more on Boog Anonymous in itself. So Boog Anonymous, being original over generic, that's what that means. When you think about people who wants to be original or who wants to be themselves, they have to search. They have to figure out how, like, why you different from them. You have to know inner self at the end of the day, and. The parents that I had, and the friends that I had, and people that came in my life at this point, that's how I come up with the things that I come up with, and the meanings behind them, the clothes behind them. When I did the fashion show in 2019, it was 2019.
So
2019, yeah.
So you put together a fashion show, or you were just part of it?
So I got invited NBA All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
One of the designers there.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very
it was
cool.
an event that they had
what
there.
was that like? You got to play with some celebrities, or?
It was awesome, man.
Yeah.
It was this. It was a situation where where one of my actual friends I went to school with, her name is Iris Olivia.
Okay.
She lived at the time. She was living. I think she still lives in Charlotte. But she was actually. I called her one day. And I'm just like, I have a show. During All-Star Weekend, I'd like you to help me.
Cool.
And she was like, yeah, because I knew she was doing the modeling thing before.
Okay.
With the name of Tyra Banks. She's been in that situation, in those areas, in those rooms. And,
okay.
And so I was like, yeah, if you're down, I'll give you the lead. I just let me focus on the clothes and making sure everything is good for all the models. So you teach them. They give your knowledge off.
Word.
And and went from there. And she definitely, like, now she was on Just Got Married on E. She was on. She does. She's doing well too. Shout out to Iris too.
You talking Kia's
No, I don't
language
know
right
that.
now.
I don't know that show. I know Married at First Sight.
That's the show.
Oh, she was on Married at First Sight?
Yeah, she
the
was.
newest season?
She was. Her name was Iris.
Oh, wait, the light skin with the curly.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. She's the one she was the virgin, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Shout out to Iris.
Her husband was cute.
No boy look like you though. He looked like his name was Keith. It was funny.
You know how many people be like, man, you look like one of my cousins. I get it so often, man.
You got a familiar
I got a
face, bro.
cousin
I mean,
face.
all light skinned people start to look the same after a while.
Yeah, you're right.
They look like Drake.
I ain't no light skin. Drake is light bright. I'm about coffee.
Well, you're like a caramel latte.
Caramel latte.
Yeah, he's more
So
like
I can charge $7 for myself at Starbucks.
if you want to hook yourself like that, knock yourself out.
All right. I get that a lot though. People just be like, "You don't even remind you of cousin such and such." I'm like, all right, cool. Check out what I'm selling. So Boog Anonymous's brand.
Yeah, it's
Jump where we can pick it up. How we get a hold of you? Where is your information at?
K Commas on Instagram, KAYKOMMAS. K Commas.
K Commas on Instagram.
Yeah.
Are you in any stores yet?
Actually, Triangle Mall, in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. What store is that?
It's called T-Mania.
T-Mania.
You make custom things as it is. Shout out to Ty. Yeah, that's my guy right there. Ty. He
Right.
definitely Ty. A mentor to me. Cool dude.
You got where people can order online?
And, also Tony down at downtown Raleigh, 101-919.
Okay.
Boutique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony too.
Bird. Okay. If I wanted to order online, you got something I can.
Yeah, website. You know, the website booganonymous.com. BOOGANONYMOUS.com. You know,
Word.
yeah.
That man spelled it all the way out. He is practicing. He said he gonna be ready for whatever Kia got. Kia,
Yeah.
what you got?
All right. Name 3 holes.
Dante Hall, Warren Hall, Warhol.
That was good, but she said 3 holes.
I think she said Hall.
Give him 5 more seconds.
Okay. Holes.
Holes.
Asshole. Pothole.
Oh man.
Holes. That's different.
Poles and holes.
Holes.
You
And
have
holes.
holes and holes. People are into that.
Wow.
Well,
Just saying.
what's up, Kelly? Thank you for
That was rude,
joining
Dre.
us.
You just play the drum roll thing.
I know. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah. What up, Kelly?
So, speaking on merch, I have been plugging Boog so far, but I have to for all our fans of one, go ahead on to our Instagram, hit us up. We have the Incredible Super Great Podcast T-shirts, merch,
Yeah.
sponsored to. You see, mine is a little extra medium, just so I can show off. I've been working out for the last 3 days, so make sure y'all go and hit us up on Incredible Super Great
come in black
Podcast on Instagram.
And white. I got the
Yeah.
black on.
She got the black on.
Mine
so
is extra medium too, but to make my little boobs look bigger.
with the billboards.
Exactly. Free advertising.
Free advertising.
Advertising.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Where you at with the joke drums, Dre? Dang.
It's too late.
Well,
Yeah,
Wh-
these
what's-
coming. I have them in black, yellow, tan, and I also have it in like light purple.
right. So
Like-
you got all the NFL team colors. If you are on any team, them are all the colors for pretty much every team. You
You
one
said
of them.
green?
Yeah. Did I say green?
Did you say green?
I think we can
No
say
green?
I think I said
He
green.
said he'll figure it out. Every team that got green got one of them other colors in
It's
it.
green and yellow. Those are one of those colors. Like what kind of yellow? Sunset yellow.
It's like
school bus yellow.
Kind of like blue. Like blue's
like-
got a bunch of different.
it's like this yellow, but a little bit
like
more.
a banana yellow.
Yeah, like banana yellow.
Trey, can you
I
zoom
don't think
in
that's
on
really
that?
the color it is, but I just go banana
Yeah,
yellow.
able to
Yeah,
zoom
I understand what you said.
We got
yeah.
this yellow right here. That one. That one. Right.
Like you don't like if you get green, like a lime green, or we talk about forest green, or talk about army green. We're talking about like
I think so.
Like
I have
burger green?
I have like a money green. I have a money green.
Money green. Everybody know money green.
yeah.
Like a satin green, that green color. I have it for. I have a tracksuit coming up.
It's different from this green.
Yeah, it's different
It's
from. It's like
different.
that more sharp green.
Kia don't know what that color is right now.
Isn't that no? It's that green.
It's like olive,
That's the exact same color my
That
boots was last week.
like camo olive.
I did change my contacts, so
Okay. She figured out that her contact is making her colorblind. Whatever that brand was, don't buy it no more.
It's like that yellow on that.
yeah.
So it's bright-
It's
bright
like a banana,
yellow.
like a lemon yellow, banana lemon yellow, but lemon
But lemon.
yellow.
All right. Okay. So now you know where to find Boog Anonymous. You know where to go to school at. Now we're gonna talk about where to put your money at, and it is not in that motherfucking GameStop shit. Did you put your money in GameStop
No.
any at all? You
I haven't walked into a
invested in
GameStop in-
Yeah, I
a
was
bit?
talking to some friends about
Years.
that. we was talking. Shout out to Cal too. We was talking about that. With things what happened with it, you know, it's one of those things you just gotta be careful. You know, be careful. Look at it, you know. But if you really want to, you gotta get on it early.
Yeah.
All right, so
You gotta get on
for the
it
people
early.
that don't know, explain what y'all talking about.
So, for the people who don't know, Reddit is a wonderful place for nerds to get together and come up with bright ass ideas like, hey, let's fuck up the stock market today.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's Reddit.
what they decided to do was
Full on.
GameStop this wonderful failing company,
Like Blockbuster.
like most of the companies in 2020, was pretty much on its way out. And all the investors were investing on this company failing. So these Reddit users was like, fuck no, you're not taking our GameStop away. Where the hell are we going to get the next version of Mario Craft 7?
Mario.
I don't know, Kia. I'm not a
You
gamer.
combine like
I
three
don't
different
know.
games.
I don't know. I'm not a gamer, Kia. So
Mario
Shout out to
Craft 7.
Pokemon. Though.
yeah, word.
Game
So
Shout out to
they all got together and decided we're gonna buy the shit out of GameStop stock, run that motherfucker to the moon. So they all on what day was that? It was like a Thursday, some random ass day of the week. They all bought up a bunch of stock and market just went bananas crazy. The damn stock price jumped up to it jumped from $70 to $437 a share.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, it was up crazy, and the everybody who bought it early, they made out like fat rats, made millions of dollars and crazy shit, and people who didn't buy it early, they bought it late, jumped on it, lost a bunch of money.
Yep.
So, yeah, just if you out there, and you want to kind of. If you're a nerd, you know more information about this than I do. Chime in on the comments. Tell me how fucking wrong I got it.
Yeah.
Or just shut down.
What a world 20 years ago, we wouldn't be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to get a bunch of people together.
No, that's what the whole stock market was built on because it was built
as quickly though.
It was built right. It was built on speculation. But speculation is no longer a thing because information is so available like that. Like, what? Kobe Bryant died and his wife found out on the internet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the world found out before she found out.
Right.
Shout out to Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant and his family. Yeah, everybody who loved.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was a tragic situation, but
Tragic.
that was just an example of how out of date a lot of our methods are. Like, you can't really do the things that people were doing hundreds of years ago and expect it to be valid.
It's harder to rob a bank. I thought about it.
You can't rob a bank.
Can't rob a bank because you can't get away with it as quickly, as smoothly. I say that.
Honestly,
Allegedly.
they can recognize your ass.
Yeah. Like miles and miles out.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
At home, as you're planning to rob this bank, they already got you set up and trapped. SWAT's there, pretending to be a bank teller.
Yeah.
You say, this is a stick up, I'm robbing your bank. All of a sudden, everybody pulling out gats and AKs. And
There you go.
Oh shit, I can't run. I'm screwed now.
Allegedly.
But technically, you could probably only get the minimum amount of sentencing because technically you didn't rob the bank. You just came into the bank with a loaded weapon, so they can only really charge you for that. So you didn't take any money. Once you take money, it becomes another monetary, like a felony kind of thing.
Once you take money, they can shoot you. On sight.
Yeah, if you took the money, they can shoot you. But,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Yeah. I mean, but there's a loophole in there. You can attempt to rob a bank and not get charged for actually robbing the bank because you didn't take anything. But you can, you can go to jail for bringing a weapon into a government-sanctioned building.
But you know what's really messed up about that? With all that being said, like we just said, you can't go and do shit like that because facial recognition software is gonna recognize you from 3 miles away or whatever. You're gonna get caught on a camera on a fucking traffic light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're gonna take you to prison over that. But you got people who serving long ass sentences for shit they ain't do.
Or they say they ain't do.
No, I think the estimate was 20% of people in prison are in prison for crimes they didn't do.
Yeah, like prison reform and police brutality. That these things, and just helping the kids. That's something also that that I'm doing with Boog Anonymous.
Okay.
Boog Anonymous. That's for the people. For the art. It's more because everything. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm an artist.
Okay.
That's how I started with this.
Right.
These are nothing but drawings.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I just changed the canvas at the end of the day, you know. But going back to, you know, peace, equality, love, you know, that's what I'm doing. That's peace, equality, love. You know, that's what helped me get into the store. You know, because that's what it's about. Because every time you buy something, that's for peace, equality, love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I put into it like a situation. I can't call it a nonprofit, but a foundation of some type to help the kids. You know, in the Boys and Girls Club. I grew up in that, and I understand that built me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something that I know about. You know, that you know, in police. You know, police brutality is something that's just, you know. That is a whole different story in itself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, you know, and the prison reform, you know, the people who haven't a gram of weed, that's ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
Haven't been there for 10, 15 years for that.
Yeah.
You know, that's just something that's, you know, that right at the end of the day.
My question is, I bought weed stock today. So why is people still in jail for weed? I don't get that. You can't be on the stock exchange without getting federal approval. So if you can get federal approval for recreational marijuana company, why is people still in jail for any type of marijuana charges?
I mean, but we think about it. The things that we see on social media every day.
Yeah.
Like, things that we see every day, right in our face. You get what I'm saying? That's why somebody can go to jail for a gram of weed.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
The things that we see and that we know.
Yeah.
Like, that's just something we don't need to talk about. Like, that's something that we know about. That's something that we just like, I forgot. But no, you didn't really forget. It's just that it's so in your face, it's normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's normal.
Yeah. Well, hey man, the world is changing. Just keep up. That's
Exactly.
all I got to say about it.
You have to
Yeah.
evolve, man.
What else
Ball.
we got? What do we do? What do we do?
What? What are you talking about?
What do we do?
Gotta evolve.
Oh, on somebody balls.
Balls? How did she hear balls?
I just, that's all I heard.
Man.
Shout out to everybody who's jumping on our podcast, spamming. Let me see if I can delete your ass.
Yeah. Actually, Thomas said, you know, people get more time for drugs in general than murder. Just saying.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know who I heard this from? My uncle with like 2 felonies. You know, I had a relative who went to prison for murder, and before he went there, one of my uncles gave him advice. He was like, "Man, just go turn yourself in. They don't lock people up for killing somebody. They lock you up for drugs." He said, "Yeah, at the most you get about 5 years." I was like, "Well, shit me. How does that work?"
Yeah. I mean,
So
some
murder-
people get even less than that.
Yeah.
Killing whole babies and then you only get out in like a year.
Yeah.
Because of money.
Yeah.
Because you can utilize weed
Yeah.
and make a profit from it.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you can utilize babies too. People sell babies all the time.
But yes, but
I'm
no,
just
yes.
throwing that out there. I'm just being
No,
dead honest.
that's definitely true. But the common thing that people we can monetize and it's easier because it's getting easier now because they're legalizing. They understanding how they can get paid from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
They
that's
could have
what it
always
is.
got
I mean,
paid
that's-
from it though.
Well,
They were just being
here's what
scared.
you also have.
When the liquor came in, it's the same thing.
There you go. I was getting to that. You have the alcohol prohibition, which everybody looks at it now as this was, whatever. But most of the big time bootleggers, they're America's #1 alcohol producers. Anheuser-Busch. Who else was Schlitz? What was the other?
Wasn't Yingling part of it? Well,
Yeah.
Yingling.
Yingling there. And so, like, all of these bootleggers got, rich once the laws changed. But it wasn't it wasn't capitalized on in the same way when it came to marijuana. Like if you go to a dispensary and you look at the owners of the dispensaries, they're not the same people that you knew that you was getting it from on the corner. Mm-hmm. You know, it ain't the same demographic. They don't look the same. But the people you was getting from on the corner, they look like the same people that's locked up right now.
Yeah, and I think that's what, you know, when people,
and that's why you got to watch Crack, Kia, because they talk about this. They talk about how America sold cocaine and crack to black community, and everybody won except for black folks. Even these Colombians.
Are they doing crack in the documentary, or they
just they showing about people doing crack. And they talk about the whole history of it, like where it came from. They kind of skipped over some shit, like who was that motherfucking scientist that figured out this fucking formula to take the base out of cocaine so that a motherfucker can smoke it. They gave you the information on how the shit came about, but they didn't say exactly what motherfucker made that shit happen. But what random person on the street just know chemistry like that? You know, like they know the chemical molecular formula for cocaine and know how to switch it up so that you can get even higher, quicker, and cheaper.
That's how I know, you know, human beings are this intelligent in general. You know, like you finding ways to make things work. You know, in a way where you can utilize and profit, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, if everybody was on the right track, it wouldn't be the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with that being said, we got 10 minutes left.
10 minutes?
10 whole minutes.
Holy shit, this went by fast.
Ashley says, if you get arrested for drugs, they will tax you for it. You know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they'll do. They'll tax you for they'll tax you, especially if you have a large amount. And you know,
Huh. It's in your court costs. You get taxed for it.
Yeah. I think that's probably what happened to George from 90 Day Fiancé when he traveled across state lines with like hundreds of pounds of marijuana. He probably got taxed for that shit.
Damn.
You have to pay reparations when you rob banks. So
Ashley, hey, look, Ashley said, tax my mom.
Okay.
Put it out there. Put it out there.
Shout out to moms though.
Shout out to moms.
Shout out to moms. She said they taxed my mom. She must have had some bank on her.
Not only that, she was supposed to get some money from out of that. That's like, they taxed my mom and I got cheated out on Christmas.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Taxed on. I didn't know that was a thing.
They gonna get you somehow if you get out.
Yeah. I
I
know tax evasion was the new gotcha.
Huh? The what?
Tax evasion. That's the new gotcha for it right now. So
sure. But I learned that on the other reality show I watched from where they marry people from prison, Love After Lockup. About the
wait a minute.
thing.
Hold up. Go back. So there's a whole show
called Love After Lockup
about people who get married.
That people get in relationships with people that are locked up. They be writing.
They get in the relationship.
They be writing letters to prisoners, and they fall in love. And then when they get out of prison,
so they already out of prison.
They usually just coming out of prison, and then they start a relationship or get married or start a family.
So how do they get to know? How do they get?
There's
oriented
websites where you can go and you can write to prisoners.
Really?
Yeah.
It's called what? Pen pal.
There's other ones too, like writeaprisoner.com. That's the most obvious one because you just write that in.
Writeprisoners.com.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited somebody in prison?
Yeah, honestly,
you never visited anybody.
For the people who didn't know, you could talk to your friends and loved ones on there. Definitely check it out. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reach out to them. They're really bored. People, the people are in there for life. They just need people to keep them sane. I mean, everybody needs somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Even though if they might have did the most horrible thing, they weren't thinking. They really feel regret about it. They're turning their life around in prison, and they just need somebody to talk to because they're stuck in a giant sausage factory. or taco factory, depending on what kind of prison it is.
So, number one, you're making me feel guilty for not writing some of my people. So I gotta
That's
go
not my
home
fault.
and write some letters today.
Yeah, and they get a lot of them get emails. They get email accounts, and you just pay on it.
Oh, you can get on computers in prison?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
They got like little kiosks from what I've seen on prison shows. They got little kiosks and stuff like that.
It's a lot different.
It's a lot different.
Yeah, people tell me.
I mean,
it's-
so can prisoners have? I saw the TikTok.
Yeah.
I thought that was just, I know they be having phones they ain't supposed to be having, but I thought that was what that was.
No,
for.
you get if you have enough money, you can get what you want in prison.
That's always been the case.
Like-
Man, it's like living a whole different world. It's like a world within the world, man. You know, it's where people, where things aren't where it's supposed to be. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like,
Huh.
Now-
You ever visited somebody in prison?
yeah, I've done that before.
I wrote a song about recently about my first prison experience, like visiting somebody, and it just made me think like how many people have actually visited prison and visited
Yeah,
somebody in prison. I was just curious.
No, look, the question: how many people actually been to prison?
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It could have been, change their life around.
And hopefully, with what's going on now, shout out Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, who decided to take, private companies out of prisons. So we'll see how that works out. It's in the works.
Man,
But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Prison is a whole different experience when you got money.
Yeah, when you got money, and they just make it. They making it more.
and friends.
Yeah.
When
Well, yeah, I
when you
kinda know
have-
about
when
the
you have
friends,
people that
too,
you
though.
know that's in prison. Prison is a lot easier to deal with.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you have some type of connection from an outside place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
That's people told me that too. Like that's what they like. Oh, it ain't even like okay. You know what I'm saying? They know, and then you understand how to move because you know what I'm saying. Like that's how you get into it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you living in a whole new place.
Yeah, really.
It's like
I mean,
no exaggeration.
They tell you that when you're ready, this is your new home, which is kind of messed up, but
Yeah. I learned everything I know about prisons from watching reality TV shows.
them reality TV shows. So anybody got some new reality TV shows to make suggestions to Kia, make sure you hit us up in the comment.
And need to have a lot of drama, or it needs to be very shocking, like the prison show 60 Days In, when they go they go undercover as prisoners, so they can try to fix the prison system. Intense.
Is it?
Intense. I could never do it. I could never pretend to be a prisoner just to get information from somebody else.
It's a whole different experience though, because like you gonna be out of that mud in 60 days.
And you just be thinking, and they can feel that, they can smell that shit though on you when they're like,
Like, nah.
nah, this ain't real. They can't be in here for
Jake.
what they said.
You 5-0, you up here trying to dig for information.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not information from the prisoners. It's information from how within the system it is. So
Speaking of that, I was made aware of from a relative of mine that you were saying this taco factory and the sausage factory, but they still trying to figure out how to deal with transgender in prison right now. So that's like a hot button right now.
they're trying to. I think they're trying to figure it out with everything.
Yeah, they trying to
Trying
figure
to
out everything with
this.
transgender.
I mean, it's just. I just feel like.
It's
I mean,
a tough,
I say
it's a tough subject. It's
I,
just
no,
like, it's just like
it's a tough one. Okay,
it's tough. It's just like
I feel like I'll
What
see
do you
what
prefer?
kind of no, and not even kind of like
you can't even
it
do
is-
that because it's like if you
You're going to jail. It's like you're
Yeah,
going to
it's like-
prison. So it'd be like, okay, I first start with, what are you going to prison for? Are you going to prison for drugs? maybe you can pick where you want to go. You going to prison for murder. You gonna go. You
Maximum.
like you assassinated a bunch of people. You gonna go to the worst one possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just feel like it. I just feel like that's what you.
Yeah, it's just like and that's what.
Cause you ain't getting out anyway if you got like 19 life sentences. You know.
I mean, but that's what we was just talking about when we was talking about the bar. You feel me? Like the bar. Why you going to jail? Like people go to jail for all different types of things that are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like then because we have transgender now, it's like we don't like it's up to that person. You know what I'm saying? You can't like that's something like. I don't. It's just something.
Yeah.
Cause I can't really speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like this. When somebody says, "Oh, can you have a friend for a transgender?" It's like it's something that's like if it's my friend that I knew for a long time, like why I can't change on my friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we might speak from a distance. Like I mean, but it's just all depending on what the situation. Does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I have a goal that I have to get on, and if you make sense of what's going on, yeah. But if not, you know what I'm saying? It's cool because like that's the life. It's life, you know. It's like people who do you respect me or not? At the end of the day, if you respect me, I'm gonna respect you.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree.
And that's it.
I really your preference. It doesn't bother me unless it's make me lose money. Personally,
As
long as you're not fucking with the money,
don't make sense. It's like, hey, look, you making me lose money. I can't
mess with you. I can't mess with you as a human.
Yeah, but it's like when it comes to you know what I'm saying. It's just,
I mean, if you're not elevating me, I mean it's
a very strong. You know what I'm saying. Just leave it.
Leave it. If they gave him a choice, dope. But at the end of the day, once you are locked up, you lose everything.
Yeah. It don't even matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where to me. It doesn't matter where they're going. I still have to pay fucking taxes, and I'm not in there anyway. So
at the end of the day, people are human beings, bro.
Yeah.
We got 5 fingers, you know what I'm saying, on each hand. You know what I'm saying, 5 toes. You know, like blood, like that's what we do. Like,
I mean, yeah, but if they did give them if they did offer them options where they can feel safer.
That's what I'm saying. Is like what?
Knock yourself out.
And that's my thing because you not being that, you not being a transgender, and then having to be in a situation being in jail. It's like you don't know. I don't know. Like
I want to know.
Yeah, like exactly.
That's what that's what everything in life. You know, you get caught in the hood, the wrong hood, like a Mexican hood, and you're black. You don't know how to react. If you're white and you've never been there, and you can't say, well, you could have been friends with them, but you're not there. It's a whole lot. Yeah. It's too much. It's too much. If you want to give them a choice, give them a choice. If not, I'm not going to jail.
Where the beats at, Kia? We got one last beat. We need to play before we get up out of here. Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna get Boog to jump on here and say one more time how you can find these dope ass sweaters and the rest of his. I'm sure you got a lot of stuff. I see you with the face mask. Yeah, you know, a lot of people be selling face masks, and I be like, I'm just gonna buy the little paper joints, but I'd fuck with that one. You got other stuff too, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Boog Anonymous, BoogAnonymous.com. You get anything, whatever's up there. And the thing about my pieces, you know, they're limited. You know, once they're gone, they're gone.
This ain't even. This is like that thick shit too. This ain't like
that's like that quality shit.
Yeah. And so you know these. And
I can put this on right now, whether they at 30 degrees out there, and I'll be alright.
To be honest with you, only people who have them is NBA players, entertainers, and that's the thing. Like that's not, and that's the exclusive. Like I keep my clothes exclusive and limited, and if you get them, you get them. You know.
Okay.
You'll see.
Limited edition.
We have things in tune. You'll see.
Okay. Word. So we want to say
again. You want me to come back up here?
Oh yeah. We're gonna have you back. But in the meantime, we just want to thank you for coming out and playing with us.
Yeah.
Thank you all, everybody who patronized the Incredible Super Great Podcast and all of our guests. Make sure you're going to follow Boog on Instagram. Keep up with what he's doing. Keep up with us on Instagram. It's Incredible Super Great Podcast on Instagram.
Really?
Producers? Yeah, it's long like that. It's long like that. What my joke drums, Drake? God damn.
There they go.
And if you got beats, you're a producer, you want to be showcased on the Incredible Super Great Podcast, hit us up in the email. It's isgpbeats@gmail.com. Send us over your beats. We'll get you up here. We'll showcase you and show all your credentials. Kid, you got any wonderful quotes or something inspirational to leave the guests with?
Definitely get some shout outs.
Check the weather the day before because your car might be frozen and you might run 5 minutes late to work. So get up a little early and start your car up.
Sounds like speaking from experience.
Always.
Boog,
Then
anybody?
you run out. You try to panic and you run out of ideas and you leave your wiper blades on. But you try to throw water on top of the window and then the water splashes all in your face. So don't do that. Or do that. It's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your boss.
Boog, you got anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to God. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my friends. Shout out to people who support me. Shout out Futures TV. Shout out In the Cut Studios, Joe Vino, Nair the Baby, Trey 60, all the gang. Shout out Mike Nuts, Blow, all them guys. Keep it going. Shout out Aunt Bear. Everybody in here now. We gonna get it pushing. And the only thing I can tell people is meditate and pray, man. You get what you need.
Yeah, and if you're a prison and y'all want to write into the show, do that.
So,
Yeah.
So, that's if you're seeing this.
All right. Thank y'all. Deuces. I'm waiting on Dre to tell us we're not live no more. We just kind of sitting here.